Okay, BTS continues to make headlines this week. And honestly, for this video, I think this meme from a fan pretty much sums up today's story. So on one hand, we have Jimin, who melted fans' hearts at Incheon Airport with his effortless Dior ready fashion. And on the other, we have Suga, who has touched hearts with the grand opening of the Yoongi Treatment Center with the video message that he sent and delivered. Okay, so we're gonna talk about these two stories. I will translate Yoongi's speech, and there are some interesting information that I would like to lay out for you. But let's start with Jimin. So earlier today, September 30th, KST morning, Jimin drew attention at Incheon International Airport as he departed for Paris to attend Dior's fashion show. And he was dressed in a dandy 공항 look, airport look, with an oversized shirt and black wide jeans. And his blonde hair was very noticeable, and his sweet smile stood out as well. And there were a lot of journalists there, and I found at least 6 videos with titles such as Jimin of BTS, shirt unbuttoned, overflowing sexiness, deadly world-class blonde emoji. I think that was by Dispatch. And BTS Jimin, a heart-fluttering, dazzling presence, world-class sexy vibes that make hearts race. Another title of a video. All right, so I was trying to, listen to the conversation, that brief conversation that Jimin had with the journalists. I don't know how you feel about it. It was fully packed. There were a lot of journalists, a lot of fans who showed up. I'm not gonna play the video due to copyright issue, but one of the journalists asked, I think it was a Dispatch journalist, isn't this your first official event since discharge? 전역 후 첫 공식 행사 아닌가요? And Jimin answered, yes, it's the first. And he sounded very elegant and soft. 처음이에요. And then they asked, or they said, you look so sexy. 너무 섹시해요. And Jimin said something like, the 오랜만이라, it's been a while. And a male journalist said something like, 진씨 다음으로 단추 3개 풀었는데요. Like Jin, you left 3 buttons undone. And I think they're referring to this. When Jin was very revealing for his own fashion show event for Gucci. And that reminded me of this photo where Jin wrote a comment. 야, 정구가 찌찌 보인다. Hey, Jungkook, I can see your nipple. Remember this vlog? BTS members doing workouts at the gym? So, yeah. The journalists referred to Jin's revealing fashion by making a comment like, Jin, you left 3 buttons undone. And then I was trying to do a lip reading. I couldn't really hear, make out what he said. But I think he said something like, 오랜만이라 후딱 갔다 올게요. Something like, it's been a while, so I'll make it quick and come back. But here, I noticed he said something like, 좀 위험한 것 같아요. It feels a bit like dangerous because of there are so many people. I think that's what he commented on because it was super loud. So he commented briefly on the safety. And then journalists asked him to make finger hearts, like 하트 한 번, 오른쪽도 하트 한 번만, please give us a heart, one to the right too, and then he made a finger heart. And I'm like, I don't know what you feel. Of course, many of you will feel, your hearts, melts by looking at him smile, gracefully walking. But I just feel, I don't know, if I were in their shoes, like BTS members' shoes, I'd be like, so sick of journalists asking me to make finger hearts. Like, enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, grown up, like 20-something, 30-something, having to make finger hearts for journalists. Anyways, that's what I felt. Sorry. But he looked graceful, warm, sweet. Yeah, he did everything with his blonde hair. And at the end, he said, the journalist said, have a safe trip. And he replied, thank you. So that basically summed up the brief exchange between Jimin and the journalist. And I saw I saw a whole lot of different reactions made by fans. And when BTS members show up like at public events like this, I pay attention to fan reactions and how joyful they feel. How and we all feel joyful. And this particular fan wrote this. So this person was shocked multiple times. First, at how much weight he's lost. Second, 금발 너무 예뻐 2차 놀람, at how beautiful his blonde hair looks. Third, 헤어 너무 예뻐 3차 놀람. Third, again, at how gorgeous his hairstyle is. 안경 4차 놀람. Fourth, at his glasses. Yeah, he's got cool glasses, and I heard that that's from Gentle Monster. That's a super fancy and expensive glasses brand, right? That has been popular for the last few years, I think. Anyways, and then what else? Lastly, 셔츠 너무 파여서 5차 놀람. Fifth, at how low his shirt was unbuttoned. Yeah. But as one of the article said, he looks angelic. So let me briefly read you an article that one of the journalists wrote about Jimin in the context of him leaving for the fashion show event, because it gave us a description, overall description of who Jimin is. Brief description. All right, so here's a title. BTS Angel Jimin. A warm and orderly send-off. But when I read the title, 질서정연한 따뜻한 배운, warm and orderly send-off, and the journalist even included this caption under this photo. 취재진이 질서정연하게 BTS 지민을 취재하고 있다. 가운데 금발. Reporters are orderly covering BTS Jimin, center and blonde. And okay, this photo might look orderly, but when I watched the video though, it was a far cry from being orderly. And well, anyways, I thought that was pretty funny how that journalist included such caption. So let me read you this one because it's pretty interesting. At International Airport this morning, BTS member Jimin departed for France to attend Christian Dior's upcoming collection show in Paris. Jimin drew attention with a chic airport look, a cream-colored striped shirt paired with black wide-leg trousers. Yeah, wide-leg trousers and cool shoes, right? Leaving a few buttons undone, the shirt created a relaxed yet refined mood, while the roomy silhouette emphasized effortless sophistication. The wide-fit black pants added a modern, trendy edge. Now, you know why I'm reading this article for you, right? I love this description. He completed the look with square frame glasses, a silver chain necklace with the cross pendant, and a striking metal wristwatch. A black crossbody bag and backpack added practicality, showing once again why Jimin is considered the standard of airport fashion. In Korean, we say 공항 fashion. As a global superstar, Jimin is beloved not only for his music and performances, but also for his character. His biggest strength lies in his vocals, an expansive range from high to low, paired with a uniquely emotive tone that captivates listeners. His delicate emotional expression shines in solo tracks like Serendipity, Filter, Love Filter, and Like Crazy, which have become signature examples of Jimin's style of emotion. Trained in modern dance, Jimin also stands out as BTS' main dancer. His movements balance softness with power. And the restrained beauty in every precise gesture becomes an even more striking on stage. In BTS' famously synchronized choreography, Jimin's performance consistently grabs attention and has earned praise from renowned international dancers and choreographers. Jimin's popularity extends beyond talent. His sincerity in communicating with fans and his warm, considerate nature toward his members have earned him the nickname Angel. 천사 같다. Known for his humility and polite demeanor, he is highly respected by fellow artists and industry professionals alike. As an ambassador for global luxury brands such as Dior and Tiffany & Co., Jimin has cemented his role as a fashion icon. From airport outfits to magazine shoots and event appearances, the items he wears often sell out instantly, proving the so-called Jimin effect. His solo albums, Face and Muse, swept music charts upon release. Like crazy, even topped the Billboard Hot 100, making him the first Korean solo artist to do so. On platforms like Spotify and Apple Music, he has achieved record-breaking streaming numbers, underscoring his global influence. Jimin refuses to rest on his laurels. Whether through vocal training, dance practice, or participating in songwriting and composition, his pursuit of perfection sets an example for many. Experts praise him as a complete entertainer whose talent, sincerity, and tireless effort come together seamlessly, adding that his popularity is not a passing trend, but recognition of his true value as an artist. Having stayed genuine and consistent throughout more than a decade since debut, Jimin's next steps are being watched closely by fans worldwide. So yeah, what do you think? It sounds like they have done their research for this article by Sports Soul. Who was the article? Okay, journalist named Lee Ju-sang. So yeah, that was interesting. Oh, I forgot to read you this part. So the third paragraph. Since being appointed global ambassador for Christian Dior in 2023, Jimin has regularly attended the brand's key events, further solidifying his status as a fashion icon. Anticipation is high for how his elegant yet contemporary style will be highlighted at this show. At the airport, he was also spotted warmly waving to fans, creating a heartwarming scene. Fans worldwide have been flooding social media with their support. And yes, Jimin's demeanor is one of a kind, and there's a reason why I think he's got tons of solo fans. Although, yeah, there are lots of OT7 fans, but Jimin, yeah, has a lot of fans, right? And I think that has a lot to do with his affection for fans and how he treats fans, right? That's graceful and sweet and soft, and that was also noticeable at the airport today. Okay, and I'm sure fans are looking forward to seeing lots of photos of him rocking in France. All right, so that was Jimin. Do I have more? Okay, so that was Jimin. Let me know what you thought about this article, and let me know what you thought of Jimin's looks and appearances at the airport. Now, and from Jimin, we turn to now Suga. So, while Jimin showcased BTS star power on the global stage, Suga has been making an impact at home with something deeply meaningful. So today, on September 30th, Severance Hospital, once again, one of the largest and most popular and famous hospitals in Korea, officially opened the Yoongi Treatment Center, built on Suga's 5 billion Korean won donation. Okay, and the center will focus on music-based therapy for children with autism spectrum disorder, offering new hope for both patients and families. And there were, multiple articles written about it. And in particular, though, there's a specific army who seemingly is working at the hospital as a staff member. So I'm giving credit to this particular user who shared photos at the event, and they said that they got a permission. In fact, were encouraged to share these photos and footage on social media. Okay, so let me share you these photos. And so one thing I was impressed by is the fact that there weren't fans. This event wasn't flooded with ordinary fans, non-staff member fans. You know what I'm saying? That was a notice that the fan club and Severance Hospital made about, right? Please do not come. This is for staff members only. So I was glad about that. This one was quite orderly. And yes, Suga sent a video for a congratulatory message, which I'm going to translate for you. But here are some more photos. This is Professor and Dr. Changuna, who Suga has worked closely for this very particular project, and she has spoken at the event to talk more about the background and their future plans for this treatment center. And here's a photo of Dr. Chun with other executives and doctors, and it's a beautiful looking space. I love the color scheme and stuff. Wow. Let me read you this article that was released today on September 30th, titled Suga donates 5 billion Korean won. Severance Hospital opens the Yoongi Center. Okay. On September 30th, Severance Hospital opened the Yoongi Treatment Center on the first floor of the Jaejungwan building. At the opening ceremony were Yonsei University President Yoon Dong-seop, Yonsei University Health System President Kim Ki-chang, Severance Hospital Director Lee Gang-yong, Severance Children's Hospital Director Kang Hun-chul, and Severance Hospital Psychiatry Department Head An Seok-kyun. In other words, there were a lot of high-level people who attended this event, meaning it was a big deal. Also present was Professor Chun Gun-ah, a child psychiatrist who has been appointed head of the new Yoongi Center. From outside organizations, attendees included Kim Yong-sik, head of the Korea Autism Society, among others. The center was established with the 5 billion Korean won donation made in June by BTS member Suga, real name Yoongi, to Severance Children's Hospital. Inside the secure facility are treatment rooms for language and behavioral therapy, along with the dedicated music social skills group therapy room equipped with acoustics and soundproofing. Okay, so I guess these are the rooms that they're talking about. I love the fact that they're soundproof and acoustics. The Cozy Guardian waiting area also features artworks by autistic artist Lee Gyu-jae. Okay, that's pretty meaningful. Known for his wooden sculptures. Okay, that's pretty cool. The Cozy Guardian waiting area. I think this is what they're referring to. This photo also features artworks by autistic artist Lee Gyu-jae. Sorry, I want to check the pronunciation for this particular.
Autistic.
Okay, that's how I properly pronounce. Sorry about that. Also, Severance Hospital plans to expand and relocate the facility in the future to accommodate growing demand. Further professionalize its programs and ensure long-term sustainability. Nice. From late last year to early this year, Suga personally volunteered alongside Professor Chun Gun-ah, meeting children with autism spectrum disorder, ASD, and participating in music activities, including guitar performances. Building on that experience, Suga and Professor Chun co-developed the MIND program, a music-based group therapy program designed to improve social skills, MIND. This initiative established the world's first art convergence treatment and independent system at a university hospital. Because MIND program is based on nonverbal music therapy, it is particularly effective for children with low cognitive function or who are unresponsive to language, making verbal communication difficult. The program encourages self-expression by allowing children to choose instruments and promotes social experiences such as waiting their turn to play in ensemble sessions. That reminds me of these cute photos with, Suga interacting with the kids. That's beautiful. The program also integrates multiple expert disciplines, a professional team, including child psychiatrist, music therapist, speech therapist, behavioral therapist, and clinical psychologist, conducts case-based discussions to provide tailored treatment for each child. Research from Norway and elsewhere has shown that music-based therapy can improve self-expression and social interaction skills in children with ASD. And I know some of you and many of you, after watching these videos that I made a few months ago, wrote comments about, yes, indeed, these procedures and methods have been proven. And many of you have actually an expertise and background in this field. So I thought that was quite notable. All right, back to the article. In fact, when Suga volunteered, now this part is the reason why I decided to share this article in full length, okay? In fact, when Suga volunteered, children who showed little engagement during speech therapy, referred to as person A and person B, became enthusiastic when choosing instruments and playing in rhythm. Another child, C, who played the saxophone, had previously shown almost no verbal or emotional expression, but during ensemble sessions began to display emotions through facial expressions and responded positively to the therapist's attention and praise. That's beautiful. Toward the end of the year, events are scheduled for children participating in the MIND program. In November, around 10 children and adolescents with ASD will join a 2-day event called Camp on the Spectrum, which includes band practice, parent education sessions, and family recreational activities designed to boost social skills through interaction with medical staff and volunteers. In December, a public performance is planned at Yonsei University's main auditorium, where the children will showcase the music they have practiced to their families and the public. Wow, that already sounds heartwarming. These band practices and stage performances reflect the center's goal of going beyond therapy to lay the foundation for independence and social growth in children with ASD. Professor Chun Guna, director of the Yoongi Center, explained that since this is the first ASD treatment program in the world to integrate music with language, behavior, and social training, the center will continue to expand its approach by incorporating other art forms such as visual arts and sports. The center also plans to train specialists, including speech and behavioral therapists, specifically for the program. Building on this, the center aims to form partnerships with overseas ASD treatment institutions to globalize the program, publish program manuals, and advance clinical research and academic presentations. Professor Chun stated, "At the Yoongi Treatment Center, we not only use music to enhance therapeutic effects, but also to educate children in social skills. I expect that as the public sees these children with autism working toward independence in society, awareness and perceptions of disability will improve significantly." And I think that her wish has already started to be realized because I'm the evidence. Thanks to their initiatives, especially Suga's donations, I got to know more about ASD and their initiatives. And I even read a book published by Dr. Chun, and I got to know more about that, learn more about that. So yeah, I'm quite excited. Now let's talk about the event, the opening ceremony event. So first of all, let me play you this video.
순서로 넘어가기에 앞서 많은 분들이 아쉬워하셨을 것 같은데
The host.
저희 이번 민윤기 치료센터의 또 한 명의 주인공이신 민윤기 후원자께서 영상 축사를 보내주셨습니다. 벌써 상영이 되고 있는데 다 같이 감상하시지요.
So the host/MC said, before we move on to the next part, I think many of you may have felt something was missing. One of the main figures behind the Yoongi Center, our sponsor, Yoongi, has sent us a congratulatory video message. It's already playing, so let's enjoy it together. And yeah, so they have these slides, and Suga sent, 2 videos? Or maybe they just copy and paste it. So they decided to play it. And here we go. 민윤기 축하 영상. BTS Suga 민윤기 congratulatory video.
민윤기 후원자께서 연구하고 있는데 감상하시지요. 네, 들어주십시오. 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 슈가입니다. 먼저
Hello, this is Suga of BTS.
민영기 치료센터의 개관을 진심으로 축하드립니다.
First of all, I sincerely congratulate you on the opening of the Yoongi Treatment Center.
음악을 통한 사회성 치료를 위한 전담 공간이 마련된 곳이 무척 기쁘고 뜻깊습니다.
I love how he said 무척 기쁘고. So he said, I feel truly delighted that a dedicated space has been established for social therapy through music. 무척 기쁘고, he meant truly delighted. I love how he added an emphasis there in terms of tone.
이번 개관을 위해 쏘신 의료 원장님, 어린이병 원장님, 정근아 교수님, 마인드 프로그램 치료 선생님들, 그리고 드림이드 앙상블을 비롯한 모든 관계자분들께 깊이 감사드립니다.
I would like to express my deep gratitude to the medical director, the head of the Children's Hospital, Professor Chun Gana, the Mind Program therapist, and all those involved, including the Dream With Ensemble, for their efforts in making this opening possible. And Dream With Ensemble is the ensemble that performed at the opening ceremony, and they consist of, if I remember, musicians with disabilities, and they might, I think if I remember correctly, they're the only ensemble consisting of musicians with disabilities but being paid full-time and full-time professional artists, so that also adds meaning to it. In fact, I might play this video for you. One of the songs that they played was OST, official soundtrack to Conan, 명탐정 Conan, which is a song that RM played during his military discharge event. Remember the what he played with sax? So I thought that was pretty cool. Anyways, let's finish this video.
앞으로 어린이병동이 신축이 되면 더 넓고 훌륭한 시설로 거듭날 텐데요. 그까지 이 공간이 음악의 힘을 보여주는 작은 희망이자 큰 발걸음의 시작점이 되기를 감사합니다.
When the new children's ward is eventually built, it will become an even larger and more outstanding facility. Until then, I hope this space will serve as both a small beacon of hope and the first step toward showing the power of music. Thank you. Nice. And given the background, the wall, I think is definitely at the HYBE building, right? I recognize this black, purplish wall. And the host said,
영상으로 참석해 주셔서 감사드립니다.
thank you for joining us, even if only briefly through this video.
지금부터 저희 드림이드 앙상블을 초청을 할 건데요. 오늘 공연을 준비를 해주셨습니다.
And then Dream With Ensemble performed. Let me see if I can find the video. Anyways, this was also shared by this particular army who seemingly is working at the Severance Hospital as a staff member. All right, now let me translate you these slides shared by Dr. Chun. Okay? So first one. 민우기 치료센터 공간 개요 및 외관. Actually, let me start with here. So this slide shows the journey to the opening of the Yoongi Treatment Center. Fall of 2024, so that was last year. First meeting with Suga. Suga와 첫 만남. He expressed his intention to donate his musical talent to child and adolescent mental health. December 2024. Multiple preliminary meetings between Suga and the medical staff. Reached a shared understanding of autism spectrum disorder and the need to build a platform for therapy and independence. January 2025, decision made to sponsor and fund the treatment space. March 2025, formal sponsorship agreement with the medical center. March through June 2025, development of the Mind Program, 10 sessions total. Yeah, and that's when Suga volunteered on weekends providing music instruction. July 2025, construction of the Yoongi Treatment Center begins, and that's when we learn about this whole thing through the media, everyone was so touched by that. And September 2025, official opening of the Yoongi Treatment Center. All right. Now there are more slides. I thought this was pretty cool and informative, so let me translate you. So Yoongi Treatment Center, overview and exterior. Center signboard and portal wall. Yeah, this wall is, we talked about the photo last time, recently, shared by that particular army working at the hospital. And space and operation overview. Name of facility, 민윤기 치료센터, 민윤기 Treatment Center. Area, approximately 20 평, which is about like 66 square meters. Location, first floor of 재종관 at Severance Hospital. Former head McLaren meeting room? Okay. Let's see. 기부금 간접비. So remaining donation funds. 기부금 간접비. I think so. 기부금 간접비? That might mean remaining donation funds about 5 billion Korean won. Remodeling costs about 5 billion Korean won. Construction deposit for new center about 5 billion Korean won. And center operating expenses total of 3.5 Korean billion won for 10 years. Okay, and that means how much? 350 million Korean won per year. Okay, and for the first 5 years, it will cost about 1.42 billion won, and then after the expansion, it will cost 2.08 billion won for the next 5 years. So overall, it will cost a total project budget estimated is about 5 billion Korean won over 10 years, which is the amount that Suga donated. By the way, according to this army who shared these information and slides and photos, Dr. Chun said armies have donated 550 Korean won, 0.55 billion Korean won, which is amazing. And those of you who made your donations through international links that I also shared, you are part of this. So congratulations. Now let's keep going. Here we go. Goals of the Minungi Treatment Center. Independent living. The ultimate goal is to help children and adolescents with autism spectrum disorder achieve self-reliance and independent living. Vocational rehabilitation programs utilizing musical talents. Selected cases will receive vocational rehabilitation through music instruction and music therapy. And at the third level, evidence-based treatment tailored to function and need. And individual and group therapies will be provided, including speech therapy, behavioral therapy, ABA. Although I did see some comments written under the previous videos that I made about this news, saying that they have different opinions about ABA and how it doesn't. So yeah, just know that I'm aware of the fact that there's a separate discussion about the effectiveness of behavioral therapy, ABA, but I think that could be a separate matter. Anyways, I thought that was an interesting perspective from persons with ASD. Also, group therapy, social skills training, and music therapy. And at the bottom, it says recruitment by severity. Patients will be grouped into 2 to 3 categories according to function and age under the supervision of hospital child psychiatrists. Okay, so that was a slide about the goals of the Minungi Treatment Center. Next slide. Expected benefits of the Minungi Treatment Center. So at the top it says a professional, artistic, and sustainable Minungi Treatment Center. That's like their mission statement. Now, therapeutic benefits. Improved treatment quality and caregiver satisfaction. Develop and provide diverse therapy programs tailored to each child's abilities with specialists across various fields supporting children with autism spectrum disorder. Behavioral therapy, speech therapy, music instruction, clinical psychology, counseling, etc. Activate group therapy and design new programs. Provide high-quality treatment to more patients. Shorten waiting times and improve access to therapy. Advance treatment through dedicated specialized spaces. Academic benefits. building music-based therapy programs and verifying their effectiveness. Currently, no randomized controlled trials, RCTs, exist that evaluate the effectiveness of incorporating music-based content into therapy programs for autism spectrum disorder. And yes, indeed, that's the case. Now, Severance Hospital is undertaking the world's first attempt to establish a system that not only integrates arts-based therapy such as music, art, and physical education, but also connects them to independence programs for ASD patients. And notice how they put an emphasis on the word 최초, the world's first, with the double quotation marks. Social benefits. Expansion of diverse job opportunities and reduction of social costs. Improving awareness and breaking down prejudice about disabilities. Vocational training and employment for people with autism spectrum disorder should go beyond roles such as baristas, pastry chefs, cafe staff, or simple labor. Expanding employment opportunities across more fields is expected to reduce the social cost borne by society and the state in supporting individuals with ASD. Donations, and check this out, donations and volunteer work by globally renowned artists, that is, Suga, will not only contribute within Korea, but also help improve awareness and dismantle prejudice toward autism spectrum disorder worldwide. And yeah, indeed, that's the case. Do we have more slides left? Okay. Yoongi Treatment Center, major events in 2025. This was interesting. Autism Camp on the Spectrum. Date, November 8th through 9th, 2025, Saturday to Sunday. Location, Gyeonggi Province, Yangpyeong. And participants, about 10 children, adolescents with autism spectrum disorder and their families. A total of 40 people, including staff. Program, band practice, parent education sessions, recreational activities to improve social skills. And number 2, Mind Band end the year-end concert on December 9th, 2025, Tuesday evening. Location, Yonsei University, Grand Auditorium. And the content is formal showcase performance, including a BTS medley and other pieces. Nice. Okay, they're gonna play BTS medley. Huh. I wonder what they're gonna play. And I wonder if Suga is going to have input in this, like in terms of recommendations. So that's very cool. Number 3, Mind Program Manual 작업. So, Mind Program Manual publication. Contract signed with 학지사 Publishing Company. Okay, so it's the publication company. Draft manuscript completed. And planned publication in February next year. Approximately 200 pages. Interesting. I wonder if they're gonna publish this online though. That would be cool. So anyways, that was... Okay, one more slide. That's the last one that I've got. 세브란스는 민윤기 치료센터를 통해 자폐 스펙트럼 장애의 편견 해소와 자립 시스템 구축을 선도해 나갈 것입니다. Severance Hospital will take the lead through the Minyoongi Treatment Center in breaking down prejudice against autism spectrum disorder and building systems for independence. So, wonderful. I have great expectations for this program and all the staff members involved, including Dr. Chun. It seems like, she's very capable. Good. Anything else? And credits and thanks to this particular army sharing these very informative and interesting and heartwarming information and footage. And the reason why I decided to share and translate this information is because many of you have made personal donations through the global payment links, PayPal links that the hospital shared, and I shared it through my channel, right? So I hope that was informative for you. Okay? Once again, very heartwarming. I'm so glad and excited and proud of Suga. These are the photos that we have talked about beforehand with these videos, with these thumbnails. If you're interested, go check them out. It's still on my channel. I might include the links to these videos in the description of this video you're watching in case you haven't watched it. And indeed, BTS members still rocking and killing it, even though they're technically still on a group hiatus. But we know that the time is ticking, and sooner than later, they're gonna have a comeback. And I might make a separate video either today or tomorrow how HYBE analysts are saying that the comeback announcement will soon be made. All right. So with that, I'll wrap up. Let me know all your thoughts about these news that we shared. Specifically in this video, we talked about Jimin and Suga, right? So what was your favorite moment? What did you notice that I didn't talk about in this video? Share your thoughts. And when you do so, let's stay positive, respectful, and classy. Thank you guys. Peace and love. Bye-bye.